Hey readers, it's Andrea. I'm trying out a new recording way so I'm not sitting on the floor and trying to lean things against different things. And I'm not at my desk, which I know can get pretty boring, so I hope that the audio is good for this, and I hope that you enjoy this video. This is my wonderful room. Look, we actually have books in the background. So basically for this video, I will be talking about my January reads, which wasn't a lot. Honestly, I was really busy and school was stressful because it was the half year point in my school year. And I was trying to figure out college stuff, and it was just kind of all over the place, but I did get in some reading, and some of it was quicker than others, so I'm just going to talk about that real quick, and kind of talk about what I have planned, the usual stuff that I do at the end of the video. So I'm just going to get right into it. The first book I read in January was Milkweed by Jerry Spinelli, which I gave a 4 out of 5. This one did not take me that long. I think the only reason why this book took me as long as it did is because I always read more than one book at a time, and usually some other ones are pretty big. So, if you don't know anything about this book, it is a Holocaust book about a little Roma boy who, that's the gist of it. Basically, his name is, I remember his name, Misha, and he kind of just goes through the whole, going through the ghetto process, and just meeting different friends, and you kind of see this world of the Holocaust through the eyes of someone who doesn't really know what's going on, so you, the reader, has to piece it together. I think if you like, your World War II Holocaust books, this is definitely one to pick up. This is a bookmark in it because I'm donating it. I personally did not like the ending, which is why it only got 4 out of 5 stars. I just didn't think that it ended on a note that I would have liked it to, but it was still a decent ending. I think if you have younger children, like middle school age kids who are starting to learn about the Holocaust, this is definitely one to pick up. And I'm just going to talk about my next book. So the next book I read, definitely the biggest book I've read in a while, is City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare, favorite author. I think I started reading this in December and I finished it in January, so it's not a full January read, but that's okay, we're going to excuse it, because I really read the majority of it in January and I sped through it. Just that last part. I didn't speed through the whole thing. It took me a while to get back into it. So this is the last book in the Mortal Instruments series, which if you don't know anything about it, I'll explain it for once on my channel because I feel bad that I never do. It is about a girl named Clary Frey who discovers this world of shadow hunters and discovers that she is one. And it kind of just follows her and these other people that she meets and just the wars and just all this family dynamic stuff that she learns about herself. And about her mother, which is just, her mother's been hiding all of this information from her for the entire 16 years of her life. So this is the one that wraps it up. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I didn't think I was going to because in the beginning it's kind of slow, but in the end everything gets wrapped up so nicely. And I don't know. Her stuff is always well done. I'm very excited. Her new book is coming out in 30 days at this point. I think that's including today. And my dad, thank you Dad, has pre-ordered it for me so I get that extra story. I'm very excited. Definitely, if you like YA fantasy, I definitely recommend this series. There are different ways to read it since there are prequels and novellas and this whole series. So if you're looking to get into it, definitely look up the different ways. Maybe at some point I'll do a video like how I prefer to read these books. That might be fun. I might actually do that. And just get into that. So 5 out of 5. And the last book I read, I have to break out my phone for this, is Cry the Beloved Country. My dog's going crazy. Cry the Beloved Country by Alan Patton. I read it for AP English, and I actually gave it 3 out of 5. I think I already said that. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Let's see. I did like it. I did really like the story, even though I didn't do well on the quizzes. Sorry, Mr. Hayes. I don't retain information like I want to. I don't know, there were parts where I didn't really care, and parts that I actually enjoyed sitting down reading it. I think if you're into world literature, especially if you're from the States and you want more, diverse reading, it's definitely something to pick up, and it is a South African version of The Grapes of Wrath, so it kind of just talks about the hard times that the country was going through, and follows a Reverend Kumulo, and just him going into this big city away from his native village, and just finding out all of this stuff, and his son. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a lot going on in it. So, yeah, that's what I read in January. This is a little bit late, but honestly, my last video, I was just excited to try out something new with my mom. I can leave that video down in the description below if you want to check that out. I wanted to try something different on my channel, so I really wanted to give that a try. And I'm glad that I did because I think it was a really fun video to make. And so that's why this video is a little bit late. I'm hoping to get more reading done in February. I'm speeding through Goblet of Fire, the Harry Potter book by J.K. Rowling. I finished a book already, which is good because that's, you know, pretty early to finish a book. And I'm currently also reading Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, and I am reading In a Perfect World by Laura... I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Over here, on the top shelf are my current reads, which is why I keep turning around. I feel like this video has been really short. So, yeah. Let's see. I don't think there's any really life updates. I have been pretty good at uploading, I think. I'm just kind of trying to figure out, like, where I want to record. Like, this is really nice because I can have hands-free and you can actually see me and my books. I don't know. You can let me know down below where you like me to film. If this is nice, if down on the floor is nice, if you like me over at my desk, like what works for you. Yeah. I don't know. All my socials I will leave below. I have 5 social medias that you can follow me on. I have Instagram, which I'm on pretty frequently. I am on Twitter, which I don't use that much. I am on Tumblr, which I also don't use that much. I'm on Snapchat, which I don't use that much for BookTube. And I'm on Goodreads, which you can just see what I'm reading, how far along I am, and all of that good stuff. So I thank you for watching. I'm hoping, if you do follow me on social media right now, I am hoping to be on my other platforms more, like for BookTube. But you know how it is. Life gets busy. I'm a senior in high school, so I'm pretty busy at the moment. Yeah, I think that that's it. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope y'all have a good day. Ooh, that is bright.